Lila adjusted her lipstick in the rearview mirror, a pang of guilt twisting her stomach. She glanced at her phone one last time, rereading James's text, "I'll tell her soon. I promise." The words felt hollow, but she clung to them, the way a drowning person clings to driftwood. She hadn't meant to fall into this. When she first met James at a networking event, his magnetic smile and smooth confidence had drawn her in like a moth to a flame. She hadn't known he was married then. By the time she found out, they were already weeks into stolen moments, a hand grazing hers across the table, his lips brushing her ear as he leaned in to whisper something only for her. The air between them always seemed charged, heavy with unspoken tension. At first, she told herself she was different. She wasn't like the stereotypical other woman she'd seen in movies. She wasn't trying to steal anyone's husband, she just wanted someone who made her feel alive. James gave her that. The way he looked at her, the way his fingers traced circles on her skin when they were alone, it was intoxicating, like nothing she had ever known. But the cracks began to show. The excuses. The cancelled plans. The nights she spent alone, staring at her phone, wondering if he was with her. Lila started to notice the sadness in her reflection, the shadow of a woman compromising her values for stolen moments of passion. One evening, as they lay tangled in sheets, his chest warm against her back, she finally asked, "Do you love her?" James hesitated, his hand stilling on her arm. That hesitation answered more than words ever could. "I do," he admitted softly. "But it's complicated." There it was again, complicated. That word he used like a shield, as if it absolved him of responsibility. Lila felt a lump rise in her throat. "If it's so complicated, why are you here with me?" He looked at her, guilt etched into his features. "Because I care about you. I need you." The words hit her like a blow. She wanted to believe him, but she couldn't ignore the gnawing doubt. Was she just a temporary escape? A placeholder for something he couldn't fix? The breaking point came the following Saturday morning. She was scrolling through her phone when she saw the notification, Emma added a new photo. She hesitated but clicked. It was a picture of James and his wife, smiling on a hike, their arms wrapped around each other. The caption read, "Reconnecting after a busy month. Love this man." The realization hit her like a tidal wave. He wasn't going to leave Emma. She was nothing more than a secret he kept tucked away, a fleeting fantasy he'd eventually discard. Lila made her decision that night. She met James at their usual spot, her heart pounding. "I can't do this anymore," she said, her voice trembling. James stared at her, stunned. "Lila, wait. Let's talk about this." "There's nothing to talk about," she interrupted, tears brimming in her eyes. "You're not mine to have. And I deserve better than waiting for scraps of your time." For the first time in months, she felt a strange sense of relief. Walking away wasn't easy, but it was necessary. Weeks turned into months. Lila threw herself into work, reconnected with old friends, and began the slow process of rebuilding her life. She'd made mistakes, ones she'd carry with her, but she also learned that love, no matter how intoxicating, couldn't thrive on lies. One day, while sipping coffee at a bustling cafe, she caught a glimpse of herself in the window. The woman staring back looked stronger, wiser, and finally free.